4 field-tested tricks whisper to the world, nothing to see here. Master these, and you'll move through the world like vapor, becoming what is called in prepper circles the gray man. Listen to see how this works. Hi, I'm the Urban Lady Prepper. I help single moms and solo women with practical emergency preparedness. But of course, all are welcome to be better prepared for whatever happens next. Picture this. You step off a packed subway car shoulder to shoulder with 200 strangers, and within 10 seconds, every set of eyes has already made a snap judgment. Are you easy money? A harmless nobody? Or maybe a problem they'd rather just avoid? In that blink and you missed it moment, you either seamlessly fade into the background, becoming part of the urban hum, or you land squarely on somebody's radar, remembered for some reason you didn't even intend. Our modern world constantly screams for our attention and in turn demands we give it back. But what if you could opt out? What if you could move through any situation, any crowd, any crisis with an almost supernatural ability to remain unnoticed, unremembered, and utterly free? Well, today I'm handing you the 4 field-tested tricks that whisper to the world, nothing to see here. These aren't about hiding, they're about blending, about becoming so unremarkable that you're effectively invisible. Master these, and you'll move through the world not as a target, but as an observer, keeping every option open like vapor. It's not about paranoia, it's about power, the power of choice, the power of optionality, becoming what is called in prepper circles the gray man. Skill 1. Kill the silhouette. Most people think blending in starts and ends with the drab hoodie. They grab the nearest gray sweatshirt and figure they're good. But the real work, the fundamental job, starts with erasing the very outline that human brains instinctively use for quick threat sorting. Think about it. Our brains are incredibly pattern-matching machines. We're wired to spot the unusual, the tallest crest in the crowd, the brightest splash of color, the sharpest, most defined edge. These are signals, and when you're trying to be a ghost, signals are your enemy. So, your first mission, shrink your visual signature. This means embracing mid-tone layers, charcoal grays, dusty olives, muted blues, faded navy. These aren't just colors, they're non-colors, designed not to reflect light or draw the eye. Avoid anything with high contrast or stark patterns. And logos? Oh, logos are billboards. A 3-inch sports brand emblazoned on your chest isn't just a fashion statement, it's a memory hook, a piece of information someone can recall later. Keep logos dead center small, or better yet, gone entirely. If you must have one, ensure it's subtle, monochromatic, and blends into the fabric. Fit matters even more than color, believe it or not. Too tight, and you're advertising your physique, potentially making yourself a target or simply memorable. Too baggy, and you flap like a flag in the wind, creating unnecessary movement and drawing attention. Your goal is the anonymous middle, the cut you see on 9 out of 10 commuters, comfortable, functional, and utterly forgettable. This isn't about being unfashionable, it's about being functionally invisible. Finally, this is a subtle but crucial point. Break up the distinct head and shoulder shape that predators, both literal and metaphorical, track. A thin, neutral beanie or a low-profile ball cap rounds up the crown of your head, removes your hair color from the equation, and subtly alters your overall profile. It's about disrupting the easy read. Before you step out, do a quick mirror check. Can you describe yourself in 3 words? Red shoes, camo pack, yellow stripe? If so, then so can the guy who just decided you're worth following. Strip those details. Keep stripping them until you're just a grayish blur, a momentary flicker in someone's peripheral vision that immediately gets discarded as irrelevant. Skill 2. Dial down the noise. Sound, my friends, is the forgotten fingerprint. It's a constant broadcast of information you probably don't even realize you're sending. Think about it. Those expensive clip-clop dress shoes on concrete, they carry farther than a phone conversation in a quiet room. Keys jangling like sleigh bells in your pocket? That's not just noise. It's a siren song screaming, distracted civilian ripe for a bump and grab. These aren't just sounds. They're cues, signals that tell the world you're present, you're here, and potentially, you're vulnerable. Ghosts, true ghosts of the urban landscape, move on felt souls. They eliminate unnecessary noise. So swipe out that shiny metal keyring for a quiet paracord coil, or trade your bulky leather wallet for a soft nylon card holder. The difference in the sound signature is immediate and profound. It's not about silence. It's about blending into the ambient noise, not contributing to it with sharp, identifiable sounds. The same principle applies to your bags. Those plastic buckles on your backpack, they clack and rattle with every step. Magnetic snaps, on the other hand, hush. Choose wisely. Want to really understand this? Walk past a busy cafe patio and just listen to the footsteps. Notice the ones that stand out, the heavy stompers, the scuffers, the ones with a distinct rhythm. Then, notice the ones you don't notice. That's the cadence you want. That's the goal. Practice what I call the 5-second shuffle. It's not some spy movie tiptoeing that makes you look suspicious. It's a mindful way of walking. Slow your roll just a fraction. Let your foot kiss the ground heel to toe, deliberately with no scuffing or slapping. It's about deleting the clear audio cue that turns heads, that draws the second glance. Once the ears stop noticing you, once you're no longer a distinct audio event, the eyes almost always follow suit. You become part of the background hum, unheard, unseen. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is something that takes time because how we walk is very distinct. And some of us kind of clomp around, and I'm one of them. So it does take practice, but it's worth doing. Skill 3. Control the echo you leave behind. Every time you pay with a phone, tap a transit card, or check in online, you're not just making a transaction, you're scattering digital breadcrumbs. And let me tell you, those breadcrumbs can be baked into a very detailed, potentially very problematic loaf named Target. In our hyper-connected world, true invisibility isn't just about what people see or hear, it's about what the algorithms and data brokers can piece together about you. Let's start with the small stuff, the seemingly innocuous habits. Your contactless payment beeps? Disable them. That little chime is an audio marker. When possible, use anonymized transit passes or cash for small purchases. Avoid linking everything to your primary identity. And for regular errands like grocery shopping, try to rotate between stores or vary your schedule so no single cashier or surveillance system sees you on a predictable, recurring loop. Predictability is the enemy of the ghost. Need a loyalty card for a discount? Use a common last name and a secondary burner email account you only check once a week. This isn't about being deceitful. It's about protecting your privacy by making yourself a less attractive, less defined data point. Then there's the big one, your digital footprint. I know I've been covering this a lot lately, but post nothing real time. A delayed photo, shared hours even a day later, blurs your trail. That selfie from your favorite coffee shop, it tells people exactly where you are right now. Wait until after you've left, until the moment has passed. If you absolutely must carry tech, and let's be honest, pretty much all of us do now, set your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to manual. Constant pings from your device searching for networks or breadcrumbs or flashing lights, broadcasting your presence to anyone with the right scanner. Geolocation on your phone? Turn it off from most apps and certainly for your camera. Every picture you take could be tagging your exact location, creating a digital map of your life. And ladies, we have to be very careful with things like that. Remember, the goal here isn't some tinfoil hat-wearing off-grid fantasy. It's about making the data brokers, the opportunistic marketers, and anyone else trying to profile you work so incredibly hard that they give up. They'll move on to chase a louder, shinier, easier prey. You want to be the fuzzy, incomplete data set that isn't worth the effort. Skill 4. Master social grayness. This is where most quote-unquote blend-in guides hit a wall, and frankly, where the pros truly separate from the wannabes. You can dress like wallpaper, you can move silently, and you can scramble your digital echo. But one loud opinion in a queue, one overly familiar gesture, one misplaced glance, and boom, you're neon again. You're remembered. You're no longer a ghost. Your mouth, your eyes, your posture, these are powerful tools for either drawing or deflecting attention. First, train your mouth to mirror the local tempo. Speak at the average volume for your environment. If everyone else is quiet, you're quiet. If it's a bustling market, you can be a bit louder, but never the loudest. Keep your answers one beat shorter than feels natural, and end sentences on a down note. People remember peaks, the passionate outburst, the dramatic statement, the sudden laugh. Don't supply them. Aim for conversational neutrality. Eye contact? This is crucial. A sustained gaze is an invitation, a challenge, or a sign of intense interest. For the ghost, it's a liability. Practice the one count glance. Meet eyes briefly, then immediately glance past the shoulder of the person you're interacting with a shift of your focus to a neutral point. Break that connection quickly. Nervous chatter? That's a massive giveaway, signaling discomfort or a desire to be noticed. Instead, cultivate the 3-breath pause before responding. This buys you precious time to formulate a neutral, concise answer, and it smothers the impulse to overshare or blurt out something memorable. Master the art of the neutral nod. It's a powerful tool that allows you to agree, or at least acknowledge, without adding fuel to a conversation. It says, "I hear you," without committing you to a strong opinion. It keeps you in the background. Finally, learn the local currency of personal space and match it exactly. In some cultures, standing an arm's length away is the norm. In others, it's half an arm. Stand too close and you're aggressive. Too far and you're aloof. Get it just right and you become part of the human landscape. Do all of this right, and even the most chatty neighbor will walk away from a conversation with you, unable to describe your accent, your specific opinions, or even the color of your eyes. You're there, but you're not there. Quick favor, if you've ever felt that prickle on the back of your neck, that gut feeling that trouble might be brewing and wished you knew how to just vanish before it locked on, then hit that like button. It tells YouTube to show this to more people who need these skills. And drop your best stealth tip in the comments below. I read every single one and I'm always sharpening the toolkit. In conclusion, being a ghost isn't about paranoia or living in fear. It's about optionality. It's about regaining a degree of control in a world that constantly tries to dictate your presence and attention. Erase your distinct silhouette and you become truly overlooked. Mute your noise and you become unheard, blending into the ambient symphony of life. Scramble your digital echo and you become untraceable, a less attractive target for those who profit from your data. Soften your social ledgers and you become forgotten, free from the burden of being remembered or profiled. Stack these 4 powerful layers and you move through the world with a genuine superpower, the power of choice. The choice to be seen or not. The choice to engage or merely observe. The choice to be a target or to be free. Don't try to master all of them at once. Pick one skill this week. Maybe swap your bright sneakers for neutral lows, or finally kill that key jingle. Watch how quickly people stop clocking you, how the casual glances fade, how you start to feel a subtle shift in your presence. These are skills that you want to start working on sooner rather than later, judging by the current environment we're in politically in the United States. So start practicing, and you begin to feel more and more comfortable with it. Thanks for listening, and stay safe out there. Until next time, this is the Urban Lady Prepper signing off. I'm sure I've given you some things to think about as you go through the upcoming week. Has this episode resonated with you? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to click the link in the podcast description to get your free Essential Prepper checklist. While there, get one of my cool designs on a shirt, hat, mug, and more at my Redbubble store. Or you can always buy me a coffee or get a Jace case for your emergency medical needs. It helps support what I do, and I really appreciate it. Join me on the socials, especially on YouTube, where I'll be uploading videos for my blogs from urbanladyprepper.com. I appreciate your time with me. Stay safe, stay sharp, and be ready.